adorable.
I know.
But now, how did you get into media? How did you know this is what God has said for me?
Sure. Well, this will encourage somebody. Church is important.
Yes.
People of God, it's the foundation. When I say church is a community, of course, it's the heart. Church is, it's us. So little Tess is serving in church, got us saved, 18 years old. The pastor was like, you want to serve? Go ahead. Gives me the service hosting ministry, where I'm like, good morning, church. Welcome to the service. This is where the washrooms are. You know how it is. And as I'm doing that, I'm realizing I'm enjoying it. Yes. And so I don't know that God's calling me. I continue to serve for almost, I think, 4 years. I go to campus. I'm like, where should I study? Then I start feeling, I think journalism sounds fun. And then I continue serving in church. And then one day I am doing my emceeing thing in church with my colored hair and my mascara, and I'm so young, and I'm still discovering myself. Yes. I'm stammering. Sometimes I'm afraid the crowd is too much. Sometimes I'm like, this is a family service. What are they gonna think of me? And I'm stammering, and I'm not able to get my words right. And there's someone in the congregation that's a senior person at a very big radio station in town. And so they go to the pastor and they ask, who's that girl? The pastor's like, oh, Tess. She's actually thank God for our pastors. She's very good. She's actually studying journalism. And before I realize it, I've been called to go and host the show. Whoa. Literally. And I'm still getting to know if that's what God has called me to do. And I get to the studio and I start enjoying what I'm doing. I started having amazing conversations with God. I start becoming very close with God, because that's what purpose does. When you get to know what God has called you to be, it draws you very close to God, because you need Him to unveil every time. And so it grew my faith. And before I realized it, I was like, God, I want to be a voice for you. And it was amazing. Things just grew. And before I realized that, for 2 years, that was, of course, my where I grew up is the coastal city, Mombasa. Before I realized this big station in the city, the capital, Nairobi, is like, hello, can we get to have a conversation with you? We think you can make a very good drive presenter. I was like, me? Drive presenter in Nairobi? Big city?
Big traffic?
Yes, big traffic. And I'm like, yeah. And they literally do what we call poaching. That time, don't have a degree, don't have any experience, just the Lord, who is enough.
Yes.
He's the one that equips us.
Yes.
And so I go to Nairobi and it blows up. I host the drive time in one of the biggest Christian stations there. It's actually 90.7.
Wow.
I'm not kidding me. Wow. I'm not kidding. Truth FM 90.7. It was my first station, literally 90.7 Nairobi, Truth FM. And I started, they gave me a very serious show that needed me to really study the word. And it's good when you're given a role that you can fit.
Yes.
Because you depend on God and you always have to grow.
True.
And so I'm in Nairobi. I'm this Mombasa girl from the coastal city. And before I realize it, awards left, right, and center. The show is becoming so amazing, and I'm growing in the Lord. And at some point, I'm like, you know what? I want to go to Bible school so I can get the knowledge. Yes. and not just share my opinion on air. Yes. And as I do that, God's working in me. God's telling me His plans for me. And it was amazing. And that's just how it began.
I can imagine.